So first of all, waterproof everything. Everything you get, your boots, your purse, your jacket, waterproof, absolutely everything. Your coat, I took a huge coat, which is not really needed most of the year. Just kind of like a rain jacket that's warm on the inside works because it's just pouring rain. It doesn't get cold. It doesn't really snow in Washington, or at least in this area. Don't stress about everything and just don't try to, yes, aim for perfectness, but just don't try to be perfect all the time because we do mess up and it's hard to accept that. Sometimes we make mistakes and we're only, teenagers most of the time, and it's okay to learn as we go. Love your companion. Just make them your best friend because when it comes to emotional wellness it's hard because it is rainy and it is cloudy all the time, and sometimes it gets kind of blue. Just love your companion so much that you're aware of their needs and they're aware of yours, and that you can openly talk to them about anything because they are the one person who's there all the time. And I know sometimes it's hard to get along with girls, but just know that we're all going through the same thing, and so having them there will make everything better if you let them in and open your heart to them. Your packet says bring only a few wardrobes, but I would say it's okay to bring more clothes because you do get wet a lot, and so sometimes if you have time you change a lot during the day. Let's see, street smart. You get catcalled a lot as a sister missionary, and you'll be walking down the street and someone just always has to mention something, and so just remember that you have your tag on, and sometimes they don't know what it means, but you can always remind them what it means. And so we've gotten in situations where it's dark outside and it's only 6 p.m. and there's a group of guys and they're always like, hey, come over here. And your first instinct as a missionary is yes, I get to go preach the gospel to them. And yeah, that's amazing. But sometimes it's safer to just get a pass-along card or just get their contact information if they really want to know, and then pass it off to the elders, because the elders are always your best bet with guys. A lot of people offer you to drink. Oh, it's kind of cold. Do you want a beer? Just take that as an opportunity to teach the word of wisdom and teach them in a Christ way that we don't drink and don't accept it. And again, just pass it off to the elders if they really do want to learn. Always stay with your companion and stay in the lit areas because there is a lot of darkness because of the forest. And so I think just use your common sense in situations where you just don't feel safe, and really pray to have the Spirit guide you on that particular area. And don't be afraid to pull over or stop walking or get off your bike and pray in the middle of the street to know if you should be there or not. I would say just have fun. I know a lot of the sister missionaries I worked with got caught up in I have to be perfect and number one missionary out there, and they forget who they truly are. And just because we're changing out on our mission and we're changing that natural woman that we were when we were at home doesn't mean we have to lose our personality. We just have to be our best self now and make sure that we're changing not just our behavior but our nature as well, so that when we do come home we're that best self all the time and we don't go back to who we used to be before. Something that I learned was to not underestimate the power of priesthood and to trust your elders that are serving with you and ask them to give you blessings whenever you need one, for health, for insurance, for anything you need. Just if you're having a bad day and you need a blessing, don't be afraid to ask one, and don't be prideful, and just really be humble and meek so that you can realize that that desire for a blessing comes from our Heavenly Father, and He's waiting for you to reach out to Him. And so through your priesthood leaders, you can always receive one, and your district leader, they're there for you. And so you can ask them whenever to get a blessing, and it really does change and it really does help your life.